see them actually 4 all men going out in a full throttle fight. There's always somebody missing.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
what
true.
maybe that's what they need to fix. Like always go 4 instead of like 2 separated from each other.
Oh boy. Alright, let's go right into the game. This is back into Erangel as the plane will be flying over with a new flight path. This time it's going to be a little bit skewed towards the western region of the map.
I've seen the flight path before. I have a feeling it's a deja vu.
Deja vu?
Yeah.
Just been in
Okay,
this
so
place before?
circle. Prediction.
Oh crap. I will say it will touch shooting range.
Stalwart.
Jogopool.
Jogopool?
Yeah.
And then all of us.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Me and water sports, you guys know by now.
I never
Jogopool?
I never seen Jogopool circle before.
Let this be the Jogopool circle.
Now I'm kind of nervous here because Castle Curse is in play. So the moment that plane disappears, we're going to be carefully watching to see whether or not we're going to get a circle that we expect. However, again, because of this particular flight path, Bigetron and NED are very, very uncomfortably close to each other. We know that Bigetron likes to go to Novo and NED likes to take military base. They usually don't butt heads too often. However, this particular flight path might force them to.
Usually they will respect that flight path and their own territory.
Shooting range! Okay. And Stalber.
And Jogopool.
And Jogopool.
Oh, basically all 3 of us made it out this time, so it's okay. But nobody actually dropped by around Slovenia unless it's Rose Esports Syndicate. So chances are, I have a feeling it will be ended up around, you know, Rostock, a little bit south of that, maybe school even.
Arguably, yeah, I can definitely see that coming. But you know, speaking of which, because it's so the flight path was so far to the west side of the map, teams like Bapak is going to take a lot longer to get over to Malta Power, and Bigetron, because they dropped off much earlier, will be able to start looting quick and then going across that bridge as fast as possible to get within the circle, which means they might actually bump into Bapak coming into Malta Power or going out.
Yeah, there's possibilities there, but then again, the circle is really kind of... Oh, check this out. Y2K getting the first blood against OZ. Ooh.
Just run him down.
We just only talk about Traitor, though. And...
Talk about it feels bad.
Yeah, Y2K managed to get himself that knockdown, but apparently didn't finish off with a kill there.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah, because they still can manage to pull it out for Traitor Esports if they want to. They have to just build this one and not challenge up against our Resistance Y2K. I think they rush in for the vehicle just now and don't want to even take themselves to fight against, don't even want to take their chances against Traitor because they have literally nothing on them.
I mean, we've seen in week 1 what happens when you commit to going into vehicles and running people over. You usually get punished for it. So I think it's good that RSG kind of learned their lesson there, where it's like, all right, I get the knockdown. I might not be able to secure the kill. You can see that Y2K did lose a little bit of life. So we kind of expect him to kind of pull back. But looking at FV versus WoW here, Tone WoW have 2 sides to themselves. However, if FB understand that, oh, there's multiple members in that car, they might put some pressure onto the lone wolf who's by himself. I can't see who it is exactly, but this is gonna be pretty interesting.
And it's also interesting to see the H2O actually drop quite in the middle, not too far away from Pachinki. It's good confidence from them, really, H2O, because they always drop at the sides of the map, but now dropping into the middle, it just shows their confidence level. And of course, the circle is kind to them at the same time, so they are in good position here. Now it's a matter of how do they fend off incoming people, because this will be a different playstyle. Before this, you are the one going towards someone else. Now it's people coming towards you, and there's a possibility that multiple teams here come to you from different angles. So how do you take this fight? H2O, this is your chance to prove it.
That's quite true. Depending on how much longer can they actually stand on Rostock, because high chances are the circle will end up there. On the other side here, we're looking at Bapak. I still am waiting if Bapak want to camp it out around Milta Bridge here, because they actually can. You know that Bigetron is always dropping by Novo, but they don't want to take that chances early on because, I don't know, at this point they can actually do that. It's going to be extra killing points if they pull that one out right.
That's true, that's true. But do they want to take the risk? I'm trying to like do a risk like assessment here, and I kind of feel like playing defensively might be a little bit better in this particular situation until the next circle has revealed itself, because then at least you have like you're covering your options that if you do win this, am I going to get punished later on into the day?
Well, I guess it's if you have vehicles around, then it's fine to do that bridge camp because you can immediately get into the circle with your vehicles if the circle does not favor you. But if you don't have, then you may want to make yourself into the circle because that is how everyone's been playing. Because if you, for Bapak, you will pass through the hillside, and the hillside has RSG camped out there. They have Traitor on one side as well, so it's going to be difficult if you don't have a vehicle. So you don't want to go here on foot.
Yeah, but I have to. I think the reason why I've been thinking through this. I'm thinking the reason why Bapak don't like to do that is because maybe they are not the camper type. You know, we haven't seen Bapak to stay in one compound for more than one phase ever. Usually they will take one compound, flush it out, and then just replenish, reset themselves, and get into another fight as soon as they can. That's how they play. It's so hard to see them actually just camp things out. So maybe that's why they don't want to waste their time, because I think they are going, their playstyle is depending on the time. Time is the essence for them.
That is fair.
So they're always on the move.
Yeah, and now looking at these stats here, they've significantly jumped up. Yesterday we were like looking at 72, if I remember correctly, or 76 for the grenade kills. Now it's jumped up to 82. Looks like we should be able to hit the 100 mark by the end of this week.
You're really going for the 100, right?
Yeah, man, it looks nice. It has like a nice.
Overachiever.
It looks okay. Hey, it's not like it's an A+ or anything like that.
For you, it is.
In
Wow.
my language, we call it an A star. Oh, what a nerd!
I know, right?
Can I request you to do that one more time?
What a nerd or A star?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that was what I needed. Oh, okay. Now I'm fulfilled. My life is done. I can walk out the. I can walk out
Why
the door
whenever Cloud asks you to do something, you always ASAP doing it? Like,
now. I'm sorry.
Because I wasn't sure which one exactly. If I know exactly what you want, I'm definitely gonna bait it.
Oh! It's because I'm his dad.
Oh, no! I don't wanna go through this, man. I don't wanna call you Daddy Cloud and Sir Cloud.
oh, that's really
Okay,
giving a lot
fine,
of
kitty
goosebumps.
boy.
Okay, now, okay, Bigetron. They can make this one now, don't they? But I don't think they can actually camp anybody because apparently there's only them, and there's also NED. Maybe NED take on the other side of that bridge, which is gonna be the western side. Well, back to Team Secret around Rostock. They're quite a fast rotation coming up from Team Secret. They are actually not moving usually after the phase 1, but apparently still phase 1 they already got themselves into Rostock area. Still trying to get themselves in the center of the circle very soon. I think that's Smart Toys' call.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the high ground here is great selection as they can see the entirety of Rostock from that pinnacle point. The rest of Axis here have to play a little bit more careful, and Axis hasn't been doing too bad, honestly. They don't have a large amount of total winner chicken dinners. It's at 0 so far, and their stats overall, not that great, only because week 1 was pretty terrible for them. They have been catching up, so do expect to see those numbers to rise.
Yeah, they definitely have been catching up. I'll be interested to see when will they get that chicken dinner on board, because I do think based on their performance, how they have been going, they stand a chance. They're knocking at the door here, but looks like Mesa will finish off Jaeger on the side of Impunity. Looks like Jaeger was actually all alone in this compound.
Wait a minute. No. I did see the kill feed just now. Impunity were taking on Dingoz to a certain extent. The question is whether or not there's still a last member from the side of Impunity.
They have 2 members left, if I'm not mistaken. One at the corner and one at the center of the vision from Dingoz. But back to Team Secret here, Access. They are playing this really still here. We're looking at the next circle, which surround Rostock and really smack at the center of it. That's why Team Secret marching up themselves quite fast at this game. They want to gatekeep everybody else because apparently around the water tower here, it's one of the highest compound they can actually get. There are a lot of angles covered. So really a good lookout point.
Yeah, and thanks to production for putting up the team status. Now we know that Dingoz still have all 3 of their members here, 3 of their members, and they did take a casualty, but they also returned the favor to the Dingoz, so both of them are going to come out with a casualty each. 3-man squads for the rest of this game. It's going to be a bit of a disadvantage, but let's see how far they're going to get.
I am liking the position of Team Secret as compared to the position of Axis because, again, like Chuchu said, this is one of the highest ground possible. They have sight all around them, 360. Nothing's going to stop them from having this sight. And we do know how good they are with using the terrains going up and down, just like how iShots is doing right here. So I do think they're in prime position now.
Oh, with the Conant here, we do know iShots when it comes to sniping. He can just tap one tap away and you will be knocked down. But sometimes overpicking is not really a good thing either, because it shows that you will pick that again, and that gives a lot of information for the rest of the team that you're going against.
Yeah, they got to keep their eyes open out here. Okay, so now Bu has a decent idea. Okay, we saw a team rotating from the western side of the map. Are they coming here? It doesn't look like it, but they are keeping their eyes open. Hydra, the scout of Bigetron, does notice RSG in the structure. He's already taken a couple of shots. It looks like they are going to commit to this, as the rest of Bigetron will start to surround from the eastern side to cut off any exit points for RSG.
Yeah, at the same time, Traitor is actually not too far away. They could bump in and spoil the party if they want to, but Hydra has his teammates just behind him. They are moving onto him. Bapak as well is in nearby based on the minimap, and now we can see from the bird's eye view here, these two teams, they have the middle just separating them, and this is actually quite a flat land. It's not really big, so they really need to depend on the vehicles if they need to make a run for it, because there's not much cover there. So hopefully teams don't come jump into them from a different angle quickly, because it's because of just how flat the land is.
Oh, but wait for this, Papa already rushing in here, 4 against 2. His shoe. Oh, they got caught this by surprise. Apparently, there you go. Ball spraying in. There's one more issue. And there you go at the 16th placement. I heard them shouting just now. Was it the whole team out?
I don't know if it was H2O shouting or Bapak shouting. They all kind of sound muffled here.
But apparently, I don't see that. I don't think it's everyone from H2O just now, right?
No, that's everyone from H2O. They had 2 casualties.
So basically, they're the last one here. My goodness me.
Yeah.
You saw what I meant about the team from Singapore, right? The moment they got Russian, they just stand still. They didn't know where to move. It's like they kind of thunderstruck or dumbstruck by the moment that they got, caught by surprise. Like, oh, we cannot do anything now.
Well, I do think it's not their fault in this particular situation, because Bapak, they were covering every angle just in case they wanted to hop through the windows. They did. Jenny did run through the windows and the front just to kind of give an idea of where everybody is and which areas are safe. While the sides were covered by Bapak members, they basically just busted in from every entryway possible.
But they didn't even try to move in the house.
H2O, they were in the house.
They didn't even try to move.
Yeah, and that,
you can actually just try to prone and give yourself a little bit more time before they rush in, and you can still, the moment you rush in, you expect somebody to stand in front of you, and that's what they did. Just stand there. Instead, you can just prone down, and you might take a knock down or 2 there, just for the sake of fighting back.
It could be one of those things where it's just biding time or not, but let's look at Impunity here. They've already suffered a casualty from dealing with Dingoz previously. Now, Bapak actually rotating very, very quickly. However, can Kuda actually get the initial knockdown? Yes, they do, and they kill secure onto Jenny here. Unfortunately, an open-topped buggy is going to cause his death.
And looks like 6 will want to come in with the U-turn, but looks like 6 have been knocked as well. Oh no, this is becoming a disaster for Bapak. 2 team members are already down. Oh man. But definitely Axis, they got that covered good enough. But looks like Bart looks like he's in trouble as well. Vehicle needs to be abandoned. Bart needs to find security at this moment. Trixity just in front of him. They will go into the building and just reset themselves.
I think Bart just now, if only he knocked himself a little bit hard on that wall, it might actually explode for that UAZ. I was really hoping he actually crashed into it. I'm sorry.
He crashes and explodes.
Yeah, but then it didn't happen. He actually brakes on time. He knows it might explode as well.
Good call so far, but Bapak is going to come out with 2 casualties. So again, significant disadvantage compared to the other teams. Oh wait, are we going to see some road rage here? As we can see, Boyka, he's trying to cut off the buggy, trying to isolate Grim away, maybe even look to tip him over as the rest of Bigetron is racing right behind them. They're not going to switch seats and then hop out, but it looks like FE needs to find a place of their own to kind of hold their ground, and it looks like it's being contested by Miss Rose Syndicate.
Oh, Miss Rose, they're surprised by this. So Boyka looks like managed to take out Grim. At the distance now, there's only 2 more team members of FB available. Boyka with that long range shot, tries to connect them, but then again, that's not connect yet. But FV looks like they are in trouble now. FV only has Afat left. He needs to revive 2 team members of FV. They will crawl inside. Miss Rose Esports, they have to combine with that. And Andy looks like they will go for it. Andy will go for another angle with the smokes up. It's still covering them. Andy will try to find that angle. Will try to get that moment into the building, but looks like it's not going to be easy for them yet.
Oh, blindly spraying at that. Boyka have been staying on this island quite for some time, reading the situation into his palm there. Apparently he went back to the team and giving back the information that they won't take this fight. Maybe he will try to rush in with the rest of the team. Looking at the current state, they're still overstaying themselves. Rose Esports Syndicate still trying to clutch it over for the
Nobody saw that!
My goodness, it was just behind them. They're looking at the different direction. They see that one coming. FV still can pull this one through, but Kage is down on the ground outside. Oh, my managed to finish for the whole squad. FV is nowhere to be seen. That was really unnecessary casualties on the side of FV.
But that's the risk that they're willing to take, and now BTR coming in for the mop-up here. The last members of MRE are in trouble. 2 of them having taken and suffered 2 casualties already. This is not looking good for Miss Rose Syndicate as BTR coming in with the death rush. You know what's going to happen. MRE, he's ditching. He has to go. They're sacrificing the last member, but that you asked, will it hold out through the firepower? A Bigetron looks like they're only taking a couple of shots. He looks to be okay.
Looks like one team member of Miss Rose Esports managed to make the great escape again. Man, I believe we have seen something similar like this yesterday. Like one person managed to make that great escape and the rest of the team members just wiped out. It's just unfortunate for him, but well, he'll need to hang up on position points now.
Yesterday who did the same thing like this, but just now I saw how Boyka kind of read the situation for the side of Rose Syndicate against FV Unbeatable just now. He waited that out and he passed back the information to the team, take the vehicle back because they only have 1 vehicle left there. So you have to go back and fetch for the rest of the team and just rush in right in the corner at the moment. They almost lost everything for the side of Rose Syndicate. But back to the circle here on the outskirts of Ruin this time. There's a multi-level terrain we're talking about. There's also water, there's also hills, and there's also flat fields here. Dingoz already got crashed down by so many teams around here. Somebody Secret caught up in between. I have no clue how, but Biu will be finished off by none other Pendek.
Yeah, Pendek got a really great angle onto Biu there. However, Yuhai is still alive for his team, holding on to the dream as wow, they suffer an initial knockdown onto Hi. It feels like Hi is so unlucky every single time he gets like knocked down constantly. It's like, guys, please let me play the game.
He was knocked down quite a number of times for the last one too. Oh, I see a flying car just then. Was that my imagination or something else? Never mind that. But back to Yuha, he is going this solo. He has to make his own decision because apparently the rest of the team are nowhere to be seen. He's only himself here in the compound, but Wanted kind of sense this one now. There's so many teams in the middle of this. Not really in the circle, in the middle of this building itself. Wanted trying to rush in for UI on the other end. They also have Wow Esports on the other side of a compound, and he's trying to work himself out in this building. They will rush him out now because apparently they have so much utilities on the side of access.
Oh, this is definitely deja vu for Yuhai. Looks like Yuhai will jump out into the compound again, into another building, but little does he know, actually on the other side there's another team waiting. If he does go too far, Axis still trying to find where Yuhai is, just go in and out of the same building, but I don't think they know yet that Yuhai actually had jumped out. So looks like looks like he will go out there, try to find where Yuhai is. He senses that okay, Yuhai is probably not in the building anymore. Yuhai is still waiting outside quietly.
You saw how he waited everybody else to get into the building, then jump himself out from the roof. But question is, he quite out in the open, have a couple of walls and the shadows working out well for him, but how much longer he can stand still?
Yeah, and it doesn't help that Wow is throwing grenades because now they're all looking within Yuhai's direction. Oh, but Hi again gets knocked down once more. But Hi this time he's not going to get picked up. It looks like Appy was able to gun him down, and Yuhai, he's still hiding out there, trying to make sure he isn't visible to his opponents. But I think he spawned the back of his foot, and now the AK against AK battle here. He ADSs and secures the kill. That's going to be Team Secret bowing out at 14th place. This is not their day.
But I think for Hi case, right, it's him always attract the attention to himself. He just have to throw the nades in the middle of the open Warfield there, and always got knocked down every single time.
Every time. He's just a bullet magnet.
Yeah, he's always not in a good position, but just look at that. The last team member of Traitor still hanging on just right in the middle of the war zone, but he has terrain to his advantage. NED right this moment using the terrain to their advantage as well. They do know that Bapak is across them, so all eyes in there. Of course, the good thing is that they are all in the circle, but I can't say the same for RSGY2K.
Bigetron? What? Can we go back? Wait, can we go back to where? Wait. Are there cars in the water?
Okay, the thing is, I know about cars in water. If you rush yourself in the water with a car, you can actually heal the moment you hit the water in there. You know, you can actually last minute healing in the water when you actually crash into the water, and you won't get hit by any whatsoever HP loss. But back to the game, Dingoz, they're trying to rush it out against Divinity, if I'm not mistaken. There's also Tara around the corner, but there you go. He managed to call it down for Maisel. But how long will he last? Because there's so many teams inside this compound, and we have also team none other than Resurgence coming up behind. There's also still Bigetron waiting it out in the water. Tara marching in front of them. Dingoz, on the other hand, managed to clean it up against... Oh, never mind. It was Resurgence get on the side of Divinity.
Yep, and like every team is here now. We're coming into the 5th phase. 9 teams still left. That's still a very high population. None of these teams want to go out just yet, but they have suffered large casualties across the board.
Yeah, now we do see here, Nux looks like he's in the middle of the zone here, in between a couple of other teams as well. Hydra is all alone, need to face off against RSG. On the right side, we do see here Tara, they're quite spread out, so they're quite comfortable at where they are, but behind them, NED needs to face off against Bapak, so looks like there will be an onslaught here.
I don't think NED want to take up that challenge. They're quite low in terms of manpower there.
Because they need to get into the circle as well, so I guess that they will need to show themselves at some point.
Maybe that just prone and crawl all the way in. That's also an option, as long as you don't make yourself at the center of attention. But back to the game, Team NoRecoil is playing at the shores here, and Omar seems to be placing himself in that island which nobody actually cares about.
It's a tough spot indeed. However, look at the performance of both Dingoz as well as Axis. Both of them have 6 kills each, but Axis do have no casualties, and I think they're looking pretty good to take this game away. Even if they get knocked down early, that's a large kill volume.
Quite a lot. I say this will be, maybe they are actually on the top 10 or top 1 here in terms of killing points, because apparently they will hit their 10 kills mark very soon if they can actually get their visualization landed on Bapak, which is right in front of them. But there you go, Axis. That was a nice one tap there, making sure they got one knockdown, which is one of the best fragger they have for Team NED Brotherhood.
Oh, it is tough for Luxy because he's really surrounded. Right in front of him, of course, is Bapak as well. Now, Chinpui and Atai looks like they're going to come and try to get that revenge onto Luxy. Luxy has been sent back to the lobby. But Voki looks like he just missed one opponent there. Oh,
which is
man.
Bigetron, who have been being a ugly duckling who want to emerge into a swan. But there you go. The swan actually bites still. And there goes Y2K down there as a box. I am pro trying to make a big difference, but it can't because there's so many stones there. Actually working out the best for Bigetron with that terrain.
But just look at where everybody's rotating. Now Team NoRecoil here slowly making their way, dealing with the last member, Omar, from Rose Syndicate. Sinbi is going to get knocked down by Trixie. It looks like Bapak is butting into a lot of these fights. It's kind of anybody's game here because Bapak is compromised by NED as well. They're going to be trying to get into the backside of that hill, but again, Bard, he's down. The next grenade takes him out. Well done to Samzy.
Oh man, and Omar as well, he managed to make himself into the main island, but looks like Hydra, a lot of attention onto Hydra and onto Voki! From afar there, taking out Voki, Tara, Liren. In fact, that was a far shot. Omar managed to make himself into the main island. Nux looks like he's in trouble in the middle of this circle, and now Hydra managed to make himself into the island as well.
He got an extra kill here as well. He has been soloing all the way. Still managed to emerge from the Bigetron, pull it out and finish off Resurgence. And next one will be Axis here. We're down to top 5 here. Team Tara, NED Brotherhood, the siblings are going in the rival. Bigetron at the side of that. Rose Esports Syndicate having a solo man, and none other than TNR is also playing solo on that side of the line.
Wow, Tara has some great fortification here. They don't have to worry about Bigetron, Rose, or TNR as well because it's completely blocked off with that structure. However, NED, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit more difficult to get. My guess is that Tara wants to actually walk over towards the south. Where are they right now? Southern eastern side, where there's a little bit of a hole there to actually look to take down Atai and slowly capitalize on NED's position.
Honestly speaking, I think NED has the upper hand here because the terrain they are working with actually covers them way a lot more than Tara, who try to force themselves advance into the circle, which kind of hard because they only have certain entry points here, and they have to pop a lot of smoke if they want to advance.
Yeah, Tara will be right out in the open the moment the circle closes in. But I'm just amazed for Omar as well as, I believe it was Hydra as well. They managed to survive, just the two of them. But they're on the side of each other. I'm not sure if they do know that. I guess Omar's position is compromised because of the smoke. But Hydra, he just wants to sit this out.
Yeah, Somna's still saying quiet there. I think Chimpo kind of noticed the side of that based on how he actually making sure that he covers that angle. But Samzy trying to frag and rush this one out. He wants to flush it in. Atai managed to get one on the side flanks there. Apparently there's an airdrop happened to drop in between so many walls.
That's going to be a good piece of cover to actually hide from Rose Syndicate as well as BTR if they want to start pushing up to Tara. And, you know, NED, they understand this. They're crawling up. Plenty of vegetation to hide it in. He might want to consider using his utilities early, heal up. But then Samzy, it looks like he is going to be the support for the team. So he's holding on to all of the med kits so far.
Oh, finally, this siblings rival actually will tell which one is more superior when it comes to Tara against NED. I always want to see this fight, but there you go. The nade being tossed by Samzy. He got clipped quite a lot in terms of his vest, but still holding it on with half more left. There you go. He changed it and reset everything with that drop. But Hydra just been pinned down by none other than that. And there you go. They have to finish it off because why Team NoRecoil is not happy seeing him crawling from the side. Instead of taking a big fish, you just fry the small ones first.
And now NED looking like in prime position to win this game. Needs to take out two members of Tara and the last standing guy of Team NoRecoil, Insomnus.
Oh, Insomnus. He's been holding on for a long time. But we did see that one ghillie suit is already out. So that ghillie suit may change the pace of the game because there's so much vegetation here that ghillie suit really came it's spotted out by Atai, so Atai will knock down Wawakan, and now Wawakan is in trouble, but then again he is behind the tree. He does have Lyrian to support him, but looks like Lyrian has been spotted out as well by Atai, that sharpshooter, but winner, chicken dinner is given over to Atai and team from Team NED, Brotherhood.
How did he sense out that movement? That was a really sharp eye we have on the pair of Atai. And I'm surprised how he just took it so calmly. Didn't miss any shot at all. Straight on point spray. And that's not even much ammunition being used there.
Yeah, a really clean closeout coming in from NED. It's like three separate people, all the one after the other.
It's like less than 5 seconds of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he almost had like this X-ray vision to be like, okay, just